What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new Brawl Stars video. Today we're going to be going over the most recent balance changes, and we're going to pop open a couple Brawl boxes. Let's get right into it. Alright guys, so moving into the balance changes, first and foremost, we are going to see that Dynamite did get a pretty significant buff to his super, actually one-shots an unbuffed Ricochet at this point in time, which is ridiculous. So much damage going off on that super. He got buffed on his basic and he got buffed on his super within the past two patches, so he's probably going to be a pretty big contender. I think they're seeing at the high tier matches, people just don't play him. They'd rather play Barley in almost every case, and I think that's a problem because most people, in most cases, are going to prefer the damage over time aspect of Barley to Dynamite's pure damage, so he definitely needs to outdamage Barley in most aspects. So apparently now Supercell's trying to make Bo a ranged tank, sort of a hybrid at this point with the amount of health that he has when he's maxed out. He's got 900 base, which is kind of ridiculous. I do think that in the future they're probably going to end up having sort of different archetypes for characters and everything that Bo's going to fit better into, but as of right now he does not have the health to be able to be considered a pure tank, and I do think that his range being so much higher than the pure tanks Bull and Primo namely that we do have right now is the reason why he only has 900 health when other tanks do have 300 to 400 more health. So Jesse's basic attack was actually reduced from 160 to 140. This is very obviously going to be a direct response to the skill cap that she has, because they even mentioned that she's one of the strongest characters in high trophy games. Overwhelmingly powerful when people actually know what they're doing, you know, whereas in the situation of like low trophy games, we see characters like Primo being dominant, absolutely ridiculously powerful, but once people can range him, once people learn the actual distance that he can hit from, and they learn to actually pre-fire bushes before they go into them, he becomes a little bit less oppressive, and I think we're going to see Jesse used more and more as the general player base gets better at the game. Nita's reload time was increased from 1 second to 1.25 seconds. I don't really have a reason that I'm seeing at least for this increase other than Nita's a little bit too strong, her percent's a little bit too high, so let's give her a little tiny nerf and hopefully it'll just even out a little bit. Finally, guys, for our character balance changes, we have Spike got a health decrease from 700 to 600. That's actually definitely expected again at this point. If they're balancing off of the highest level, highest tier play, then you're going to see a lot of people that can hit perfect little basic bomb hits with his ranged move. It just makes sense because he does a lot more damage if the person that's playing him is a skilled player. So in high trophy games, he probably does have a very high win rate, and I don't know if they should nerf him down to the ground as far as making it so his win rate's about 50-50 again. I think that there should be something to be said for having a lot of skill with certain characters, but I do think that the health decrease is probably going to even him out a little bit more while also making it so skilled players do have a high win rate with him. Finally, guys, we have a couple other changes. The coin boost now costs 20 gems from 50 gems, and at first everyone was freaking out about this. They were like, oh my god, guys, we can actually afford coin boost now. This is ridiculous. They reduced the price so much. Well, if you go ahead and take a look, instead of 2 weeks, it's now 7 days, so it's only 1 week. They split the time in half, and they split the price a little bit under half. So if you bought one beforehand, you only technically lost 5 gems. That's really not that big of a deal. Or I guess 5 gems per week, so 10 gems total. It's really not, again, that big of a deal. Changes to event rotation to include new maps and more bounty. We will be covering those in the near future. Definitely, I'm very excited about them. New bounty maps and new smash and grab maps. I'm excited to see both of them. So overall, I have to say I'm okay with this balance patch. I'm going to give it like a 4 out of 5 because I think they had a lot of necessary changes going into it. I would still love to see a small nerf on the range Primo does, maybe an increase in damage, because I don't like him in Showdown. That said, Shelly's become almost oppressive compared to where Primo used to be, so I'm not so sure that's much of a point anymore, because Shelly is absolutely ridiculous in Showdown. Just an upgraded Shelly is just stupid. So guys, this is not going to be that long of a video. I'm gonna go ahead and get these openings over with real quick. As you guys can see, I'm now at 1,000 trophies, and the top player's at 4833 at this point. So, you know, I've got like a fifth of his trophies about. That's great. I'm doing good right now, guys, right? I'm doing okay. We're just gonna jump into this Brawl Box opening, and we're going to grab 1 elixir. Can we make it 2, guys? Can we make it 2? It's going to be duplicate El Primo. We're going to grab another chip. Absolutely useless to me for a very long time. And we're going to grab another duplicate El Primo. I have to say, my enjoyment of opening Brawl boxes at this point is pretty much at an all-time low. I know that I'm not going to be getting very many new characters, if any, for a very long time, considering that I'm only missing one rare and one common. I could buy both of them right now if I wanted to. By the way, guys, I opened up a dupe Mortis, which was very, very annoying, considering the fact you only get 5 chips from a duplicate epic. That is dumb. That is just dumb. I'm going to tell you guys right now, that is just flat out stupid, and I don't understand why Supercell did that, but I don't know. I would like to have at least, like, a glimmer at the end of the tunnel, you know, as far as maybe getting Spike or Crow in the future, even if I spend money on it. I've seen people spend upwards of $1,000 and not get either of them or enough chips to get any of them. But, you know, in the future, I'm sure they're going to balance it. There's probably going to be deals of some kind, and you're probably going to eventually be able to just straight up buy them in some way. I would imagine they're going to take away either chips or gems, or like merge the currency together to make it so you can just straight up buy them with money directly, so you always know how much they're going to cost. But, you know, maybe not. We'll see, I guess. But that's going to be about it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see you back here for the next video very, very shortly. An awesome challenge type series coming up soon with this game. So hope you guys are looking forward to that. And until the next one, peace.